Cool here with me, a good friend of mine, a professional day trader, and we're gonna go over some weekly setups of the crypto markets. Zero Cool, how are you?
Pretty good. It's been a while since we streamed.
Yes, I'm sorry, I was in Dubai last week, and then before that I was a bit sick. But so yeah, the goal is to do this every week.
Hmm.
Every week we give our opinion on the markets and try to give you guys setups for the week ahead.
Yep.
Maybe let's dive right into it. I'll go over the price action of the last few weeks. So
Hmm.
basically on Bitcoin, it was pretty easy. We entered the cloud here in October. We finished this edge to edge, very easy. I think Zero Cool will want to say something about it, but later on in the live
Yeah,
stream.
yeah,
But
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
candle closes above the cloud most of the times. But we will
Hmm.
go over it in a couple of minutes. So easy trade edge to edge. And then basically on the daily, we had a very, very nice range here. So this was the top of the range, bottom of the range, and this was the mid range. And basically, when I saw this evolving, it was more and more looking like a week of reaccumulation
Hmm.
schematic. And I posted this one on Twitter. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter. It's at Jack Green. And basically, what I said was, I think it was around here, that most of the times when you go here, we go back to the midline, and this was an excellent buy. So basically, what it did was, I got it right here actually. So here is the.
Yeah, it's on the
Ah,
screen.
I forgot to put on my screen.
Ah, that doesn't help.
Yeah. So basically, what we got here, we got the week of reaccumulation, and this was
Hmm.
pretty textbook actually. So what I said here was you buy onto the midline, and basically what it did was it bounced right off the yearly open, and then
Hmm.
up we went upwards immediately. So we broke the range high, and we went upwards until the next level, which was the Fibonacci 0.618.
Hmm.
This was pretty textbook, and it played out very, very well. So what we did was it played out, and then afterwards, I don't know if you've seen my tweets, Zero Cool, but I've been a bit bearish. Well, not bearish the last couple of days, but I called the local top here
Yeah,
because
taking some profit.
in my opinion, we need to cool off a little bit. So what I did was I sold my first batch. It was here. Let me put this in logarithmic. This was a very, very nice chart. Yep, very nice range. Uh,
A nice
Maybe
channel.
I can, yeah, it was a nice channel here. Was it on the weekly? Yeah, it was here. So basically it touched here, 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 and this is basically the, so I sold, it was around 51K, I think, 51, 5K. And as you can see, we bounced right off, and usually it doesn't work exactly very well, but it's you can take profit here. So it's a very good place to take some profits, which I did.
Hmm.
And then the next level was here on this yearly pivot point. So
Yep.
for now on, this was one of my best sells. So it was exactly here that I sold some Bitcoin off. And now let's see what Bitcoin will do in the coming weeks. For me, what I'm thinking is it will cool down a little bit, probably until here, 48K. I got a buy here, and I got some buys a bit lower as well. So on the key June and on the Tenken. So it's
Yep.
7% lower and 10% lower. So why do I stay bullish? Well, basically the reason why we had this big move upwards was the Bitcoin ETF inflows. So basically every day there is 500 million Bitcoin being accumulated by the ETFs. And you can see this right here actually. So basically, if you put this next to the Bitcoin chart, you will see it will be almost one-on-one, that it will go very well. So the beginning we saw here, this was a drop towards 38K. And then basically when there were more inflows than outflows, we saw Bitcoin rallying the last few days have been very, very good in terms of inflows. As you see here, 500 million almost every day
Absolutely.
and almost no outflows.
Mhm.
Um, but like you see, we stopped out at 52K, and I think it's also because the inflows are a bit less and the outflows are a bit more now. I saw as well, I don't know the exact number, it was something like 1.3 billion or something that Genesis wants to sell. So it's also their
Mhm.
GBTC. And I put a message in our Discord a couple of hours ago that 4,000 Bitcoin was on the move from GBTC to Coinbase or something. So, which
Yep.
most likely indicates that they're going to sell it. I don't know if it's the Bitcoin from Genesis, but most likely it's the 4,000 Bitcoins that will be sold on the markets immediately.
It's moved during the weekend, which is kind of odd, right? Because they normally don't trade during non-legacy hours. So
Yeah,
we'll
I don't
see.
know either. So that's that. One other thing is, as you can see here on my chart, maybe let's move on to the weekly. You can
Mhm.
see here, this is the bank term funding program ending. So that was a program to help local banks in America, which puts liquidity into the markets. The reverse repo balance is set to be drained around March. And
Mhm.
also there is a big rate cut decision in March as well. So basically all this coming together, maybe we can drop a little bit on this. Um,
Yep.
so in terms of rates, I got it right here. So basically what happened was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Inflation numbers came in and it was 3.1%, which was a bit higher than expected, which
Mhm. Mhm.
is why the Fed may want to keep rates a little longer. And so you can see it here. So these are basically the rate probabilities, which is no change now at 61%. And if I remember it correctly, I think before the inflation numbers, um, this one was much higher. So there was much more probability to ease the rates. I think it
Ease.
was
Yeah.
around 50
Mhm.
50.
Okay.
And now we're looking like no change in March, which will maybe hurt the markets. So
Yeah.
we have to see about it. I don't know if it's the best time to buy right now. If we continue with these inflows, um, we will move higher, but the problem is at some point these inflows will stop, and nobody knows when. But you have to keep in mind that it's a possibility that they can stop, and then if there is no change um, in the rate cuts, so in the
Meeting decision. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, then we can drop a little bit. But for the rest, I'm extremely bullish for 2024. I think with the halving coming up on the 20th of April, we will move up higher afterwards. I also think after the halving, it's altcoins time to shine. That's why today I bought some altcoins on this dip, and
Mhm.
I'm planning to buy a lot more altcoins in the coming days because I want to be positioned in my position in the altcoins before the halving already, so that I can take the whole move upwards and don't
Yep.
get left behind.
Front
Um,
run it a bit.
Yes, and that's basically what I always talk about. You can see it in my pinned tweet on Twitter. I got it right here, like how to play a market cycle. And basically, the money flow in crypto is always the same. It's always going from Bitcoin to Ethereum and then more towards the
Mhm.
larger caps.
Yep.
So the more we go on in the cycle, the more risk people want to take, and then they play with meme coins and really the biggest shit there is in crypto.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm doing right now. I sold a bit Bitcoin off to buy some Solana. So we go over it right after I've talked about the gym. So I bought some Solana, and then in the coming days, I want to buy some mid caps and even some lower cap altcoins.
Yeah. Some meme coins here and there.
Yeah, yeah. If you guys want to know why, I've wrote a thread about it. It's my pinned tweet, so you can learn about it a bit more. As for Bitcoin, um, like I said before, what I got right now is I got to buy here 45, 48.5. It's around here. Second buy on the Tenkan. Third buy on the Kijun. But that's not with all my money. A bit lower is of course better, around 44K. If you can have a buy in here, here's a lot of liquidity. This one is very, very good. But I'm not sure if we keep the same inflows as we have right now. I think we won't see it. Maybe this one, I think we'll bounce here at 48K. But you never know, like I said, with the rate hikes, if there's no easing, maybe we drop here. That's why I made a little box here. It's my buy zone, and that's that. Um, Maybe Zero Cool, you can show some on the lower time frames.
Yeah, let's dive into that. Let me know when you got my screen open.
Yes, let's go.
All right, so
Maybe you can click off the
oh yeah. It's because I'm working with a different browser tab and I don't have ad block on, I think. All right, so we had our range here. High, low, deviated, come back across. Once we were here, it yeeted up to the next level, which was around 52, 54, which is the top over here. Like we said, we consolidated. How do we play this? As Jack said, don't ape in here. Wait. If you have absolutely no position, you can buy a little. We already dropped, like, I don't know, what is this? A couple of percent. Already down 3%. You can slowly start to enter if you have absolutely no position, but I would wait a bit. We just had a nice drop on the weekend that took out all the lows here. And now it's like retesting these lows that were tested here. So if we really dive in lower, you could see this as a bearish retest, and you could short this. Keep your high. Regarding what your risk tolerance is, if you want a tight risk or like a higher risk. A higher risk is above 54, about 53, and you short this. You either wait for like a move to play or you just smash short. All depends on your appetite. And then we go lower, and how low do we go without looking at Jack's targets? You just target each low, right? So this is a low, this is a low, this is a low, this is a low. And then you have your range high from the range we broke out to. So you can go all the way down here, and that's a 12, 15% drop if it really wicks. This is where Jack and I have our orders. I think he starts accumulating around 48, which is below one of the obvious stops, right?
Yeah, it's,
You never want to
48
buy.
and 45, but it's with a small percentage. My
Mhm,
largest percentage, like I said, is around 44K level.
mhm. You would never want to buy, like, for example, if you're long here and your stop is here, you never want to put your stops if you buy now right here. So example, you say, oh, this is going to break up, going like this. You would never want your stop here because it's an obvious stop and this will get hunted. What you want to do is just long this stop, not maybe precisely on where you would put your stop, maybe a little bit lower. You can do the little spread like Jack showed with his box like this. Just put your buy order stacked in this box so that your average goes down a little bit. It's all depending on how you like to trade and your risk appetite. So yeah, Bitcoin lower time frame, it broke down. It looks like a bearish retest now. It is weekend. The legacy is dead. We seem to not trade super hard or volatile in the weekends anymore since the ETF launch. So for now, I think we're just gonna go sideways. If it breaks down to 48, I'll be buying here. A decent amount, not my full stack that I want to reaccumulate or buy, but a decent amount. Should we go over to Ethereum?
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
Back to my screen. Yes. So, well, Ethereum, I don't really have much to say. We broke out of this ascending triangle and are now completing an edge-to-edge move on the Ishimoku clouds. I sold some off here at the yearly pivot point, so basically where we're at right now. And I'm only looking to go back in here at my little box. So that box is around here the Kijun, and then the top of the clouds. Also the top of this range here. This was a
Yep.
range, top of the range, top of the clouds, Kijun. I've got 3, 4 buys stacked up here. At the moment, I'm not really interested. It's 10% down. Maybe we see it, maybe we don't see it. But the thing doesn't really matter for me because I'm more interested in buying some altcoins right now.
Mhm.
Altcoins and Bitcoins. Not to say that Ethereum won't perform well, but the thing is, there is a Denken upgrade on Ethereum. So it was 4844, EIP 4844 something. And it's
Mhm.
basically an upgrade on Ethereum to improve scalability and gas fees.
Yeah, on the
Um,
layer twos especially.
yes, so what I'm basically doing is I want to buy some Ethereum layer 2s instead of Ethereum right now. So that
Yeah, makes
upgrade
sense.
is scheduled in about 1 month. So
March as well, I think. Yeah.
yes, it was 13 March or something, can be wrong, but it's around that date.
Mhm.
So I'm doing that instead of Ethereum. Of course, I already got some Ethereum, so it's not like that I'm completely sidelined, but I'm not going to buy any more here.
Up here in the
Um, I know you have a big bag of Ethereum, so
too big.
maybe you can explain where you want to sell and how you're going to play the cloud, actually.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, yeah,
Switch to
let's go.
Ethereum. I'll start with quickly with ETH BTC. If I can find where I put it over here. I think I've shown this chart before. You have your range, high, low. You have your middle. Then you deviated above, deviated below. We hovered around the mids. We tested the low. It swiped this low here. It got an instant reaction showing that there is definitely appetite for Ethereum. And now we're just cruising around this range low. I think this will start to trend up above your range low, and that will enter your second cycle from your charts that you have pinned. That money will flow in Ethereum, and I think it is just inevitable we go to 68 in the mid range, maybe a little higher, take out like these little highs here.
It should be doing that if we
Yeah,
follow the other cycles.
yeah.
Ethereum moves higher after the halving.
Mm-hmm. And then if we look at ETUSD, we had this nice move up here after, like basically again a range. It deviated and then it almost instantly nuked to the lows. It got support, took out the high again, and then just trended forward, kind of like Bitcoin did, but slower. I have a big bag of Ethereum from like starting sub 2K when we like touched it here. I started to buy heavily over here, and I've added here, and then I've added here. So my average is around here, I think 2100 is my average. So I'm up like 30-40%, and I want much higher. Let me quickly delete everything, close the ad. If you zoom out, the next obvious target is over here, right? 3336 is the next obvious one. Clouds. On the weekly, I think these are the wrong settings. I think this is legacy clouds. Yes, this is legacy.
It should
There's
be.
two different cloud settings. There we go.
Yeah.
That's the crypto one. There's two ones. There's the legacy one that the traditional finance people use, and then there's a crypto one that's
It's
I think
because crypto
Josh
is
came up with them.
24/7 actually.
Yep. Yep. And that's why he just doubled the settings, and that works perfectly. Checker showed the top of the cloud. So again, an edge-to-edge move. What I wanted to show on Bitcoin earlier is if you have an edge-to-edge move, yeah, it never closes on top of the edge, like it wicks over hard. Same if we go to 2019 over here. You do not, if you do an edge-to-edge move, this is a smaller edge-to-edge, but it's still an edge-to-edge. It closes above the cloud, not on top, right on top of the cloud. So what does that mean for Ethereum? Quite simple. It will, for me, it will also close above, and that's 28.8. So above is 3K, And I'm honestly targeting like 3.3, which is also a pivot point, I believe. Now,
Yes.
lower time frame setups very quickly. I think ETH BTC will keep going, and every dip we have will be bought harder on ETH. You can buy a little here if it touches on the Kijun and the Tenkin and on the cloud. And the obvious stop, just is where I have more buys for my position I have, is around here, is below these, just below these lows. Again, if you are long here, your obvious stop is here. So there's a lot of stops there to hunt. If it wicks down, I want to be in that wick when it fills. And for the rest, yeah, it's rounding down. You can already see it on the 4 hour, maybe even better on the 1 hour. It's rounding down. It needs to break this high to go higher. You have a bearish flip from your Kijun and your Tenkin. That would be a perfect signal to enter, I think. Be above the clouds, have your Kijun and your Tenkin cross bullish again. You'll have a little retest on top of the clouds, and then 28 you buy towards 3K or higher. And that's Ethereum for me.
All right, looks clear. Okay, so maybe let's go again to my money flow. And basically, the thing is, up after the Ethereum move, which is expecting to be after the halving, which will be in May, large caps will move. And here I already put the Solana logo.
Because
And
it is settling in as the number 3, right? After
so
Bitcoin and Ethereum.
so let's talk about Solana. I'm here on the daily time frame, and there's a very nice cup and handle forming here. So basically, the goal is to buy the bottom of the handle, and then afterwards it can move a 40% up. So it's a very, very nice and easy play, which is why today I've put a lot of buy orders to buy Solana um, around here. So my first buy was here until here.
Yep.
Uh,
You already
un-
filled the bit, I believe, in
yeah,
your first buy. Yeah.
unfortunately, I only bought the bid here on the Tenken. Um, I wanted more, but it's fine. If this bid already goes 40% higher, I'm more than happy. But the thing is that we buy here. You can still buy, so you can still, if you want, they still buy here on the Tenken, on the Kijun, or here in between. I got. You have to check my tweet. It's around 104 and 100 something. Um, and then the goal is, and what it usually does is, if Bitcoin doesn't fuck it up, it will move immediately higher. So over the coming next 2 weeks, if this handle forms and we continue to move higher, we will see 140, 150 very easily, which is also an edge to edge on the weekly clouds, which we saw already on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we entered here, cup and handle here, and then normally we will go until the edge, or like zero cool sets a little bit above the edge. Um, this is my play for Solana, but like I said, I got orders on a lot of altcoins because I want to be positioned for the next cycle.
Yep.
Um, Atom, I'm already positioned. I don't have any buys yet because it's not very, very nice. But I got some buys in because I'm believing in it fundamentally. Atom for me is a very good coin which will perform very well this cycle, I believe. Afterwards, I got Matic. In Matic, I got a lot of buys stacked around here. And why? Because Matic, what I'm thinking is for the next cycle is that gaming coins will go very, very high. So I was a
Makes
professional
sense.
gamer before, you as well, Zero Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the gaming coins will perform very well. 5 years ago, 4 years ago, the last cycle, a lot of gaming projects started to build with crypto and on blockchain. So they raised a lot of funds. I believe in 2021, I think the gaming projects raised the most money of the whole crypto ecosystem, which means
Okay.
is that a gaming cycle to create a video game is about 5 years, 4 years, 5 years, maybe 3 years if it's an easy game. What does that mean is that a lot of games will come out next year. But the problem is you never know which one will be the next Fortnite or the new Hearthstone or whatever. So it's very difficult to really put all your money on the same horse. So what I like to do is just buy the blockchain that all these coins will be built on.
Yep, makes sense. Makes sense.
And Matic is a coin where most of the coins are building with. It's an Ethereum layer 2. And a lot of coins that want to work with Ethereum are going to use Matic.
Mhm.
That's one thing. And then second thing, like we said, the Denken upgrades will help also for Matic. Which is why I already bought some Matic. Um, and I'm like to buy lower. So basically, my buys are on the bottom of the cloud, and I think I got some here as well on the top of the clouds, which aligns well with the Kijun.
Yep.
Um, I don't know if you want to say anything about Medic, but
There's one more thing, not on Matic. There's one more thing on Solana I'd like to touch. If you can
yeah, let's
quickly
go.
screen over. You were saying it's a cup and handle forming. The cup and handle pattern only plays out if it actually prints the cup,
Mm,
the handle of it. Yeah. So it needs to reach 117, breach it, retest it, and then go.
yeah, yeah.
To play that pattern, that only that pattern, the exact or the right positioning is to buy the retest of the cup here. So I think they draw some steam in here, and it also this move here. So the move up, the breakthrough, needs to have a lot of volume. That's also important with that pattern.
Which will depend on Bitcoin not fucking up this
Yeah,
weekend.
and then you just put your stop on the low, which I said is not ideal because that's where they will stop onto you. But you're playing this pattern, uh, and then you go to 140, 150, and you can, if you go a little bit above 140, it's a 2R, so it's a proper trade, right? But again, it needs to A, print the second leg of the handle, and B, it needs to breach it with volume. That's important. And that's all I wanted to add to Solana.
No, very good. And you actually made me think Solana is also a gaming blockchain, quote unquote. Not for really gaming blockchain, but a lot of games are
Uh,
working with Solana.
yeah, it's much cheaper than Ethereum, so
Yeah,
everybody's saying, "Oh, it's going to be the next Ethereum. It's going to be the next Ethereum." We'll see, but I was long term only allocated to Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I am buying Solana for long term holds, like I don't know, 10, 20 years, whatever. Cold wallet, forget about it, and we'll see whenever we need it how much it's at. Um,
they got a big ecosystem, so it's possible that they will perform
mhm.
very well.
Yeah, and then if you compare, I think also Sol Eat, if you throw that up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, it still has like 50% before it flips it. And it already did an insane 700%, right? So this is definitely showing that Solana is a big contender.
Did you see the Solana Saga Phone 2? Already
Pre-orders,
100K pre-orders. It's crazy.
insane. Yeah, 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 yeah. There's no Ethereum phone so far as I know, so that is just another one that's it shows you that there is appetite for Solana, and I would allocate to Solana regardlessly if you believe in it or not. You can almost not have it. All right, I think that's it.
Yes. So next altcoin of the day is Arbitrum. Like I said, I want to allocate in Ethereum layer 2 coins. And I'm thinking Arbitrum is the best position where to allocate. Why? Because so I researched it, and in every metric, Arbitrum was outperforming Optimism by a 3x, while their fully diluted market cap is only a 1.5x or something.
So
That's why I bought some Arbitrum. Um, the problem is it already did 3x in a
mhm.
very short amount of time. So I'm not putting my whole life savings into it right away. Um, and I think
It's one to keep an eye on, honestly.
exactly. What I did was I think my buys are here a bit lower
Yep, makes sense.
here on the key on
Six
Tenken,
percent. Yeah.
six
Mhm.
percent lower, and this 6%, what I think was bottom of the cloud as well. So the
Yep.
cloud works in two ways. Bearish cloud, the red cloud, you perform the edge to edge from
Sorry.
bottom to upwards, but it's exactly the same thing the other way around. So an edge to edge can also be from the top towards the bottom.
To the bottom. Mhm.
So that's why I got a buy here on the bottom, which is exactly at the same level as the weekly Tenken. So that's my
Mhm.
buy for Arbitrum. Optimism, although I prefer Arbitrum better, I put some buys here as well, nevertheless,
Yep.
here in my green box again.
Ascending triangle as well. Yep,
It was
looks
an
like it.
ascending triangle that broke out. Oh, maybe, yes.
Mhm.
So you're already too late. You cannot play the ascending triangle again. So what you have to do now is wait for a retest, maybe buy a bit higher.
Mhm.
There's a lot of liquidity here, as you can see.
I'd
Um,
love a wick into that box, not like grind down and then halt
exactly.
there.
I almost got it here. So my buys are here this week. It was 3 weeks ago. Almost got it,
Mhm.
unfortunately. Um, but then what I was researching a lot as well the past coming weeks was Bitcoin layer twos. So
Yep, that's the new rehype. It's
yeah.
because it's not new.
So as I said in the beginning was last week I was in Dubai, and
Mhm.
basically in Dubai was a secret Bitcoin conference where all the big CEOs and miners and everything surrounding Bitcoin were. So it was
Mhm.
at an unknown location, but they were discussing the future of Bitcoin. And basically, the most common subject that was talked about was Bitcoin layer twos. So
Yep.
everyone is looking for to make Bitcoin usable again for the miners because in a couple of years, the mining fees will be very low if we don't have a lot of transactions. So everyone is now looking for how can we use Bitcoin to have more transactions and to pay the miners, so to keep the network more secure.
Yep.
So there was a lot of talks about Bitcoin layer twos, and the one I already bought just before the conference was Stacks. So I bought it at around no bit higher. I think I bought it here at 1.3, and it shot immediately upwards. I
Already
was a bit
double.
yeah, it's almost a double, but with a very small allocation. I wanted to buy lower, so I drew a tiny thing here. I wanted
Yep.
to buy
No, no, no.
here.
I just broke out on your high.
Yeah, but okay, I already bought some here. So okay, sure, I did a double on tiny amounts, but I wanted more. But this is one I want to buy a lot in the coming days because Bitcoin layer twos will be a big narrative next to gaming as well, in my opinion.
Yep.
So what I'm doing, same thing, like I said, I think I tweeted about it 3 days ago. My trading plan is just to buy every dip on alts, on the Tenken, and on the Kijun. I will try to buy every bounce because in the bull market you have to buy every dip. Every dip will
Yep.
bounce and it will make you money. It's basically easy mode in the markets when the bull run starts. So just don't think too much. Just buy every dip
Mhm.
and 9 out of 10 you did a great buy. So
Yep.
you can buy here a bit lower. How many percentage is it? 16%. Maybe we get it, maybe we don't. But like I said, I'm already allocated. If we don't get the dip, so be it. Um, the next one we talked a bit about it on the pre-show is Elastos. Maybe a lot of people who were here in the 2017-2018 cycle know about this coin. Basically, so I participated in their ICO. It was in 2007, beginning of 2018.
Hmm.
And since then, it's basically down only. But the thing is, I was at an Elastis conference in Ghent. It was at around here or something. It was May 2018, so the market's already dropped. And there I spoke with the founder, Rong Cheng, and the man has a really, really great vision for what he wants to accomplish. And I really believed in the project. I sold it because it was a bear market and I didn't really want to hold altcoins. But the project and the vision of the founder was really solid. Um, but nevertheless, they never really found a use case or what they really wanted to accomplish with their coin until lately, until recently, actually, in December. They acquired, well, they hired a new head of strategy, um, which basically said Elastus can be used as a Bitcoin layer 2. Um, so here they transitioned to being a Bitcoin layer 2, and this together with the whole
Giant candle.
yes, and this together with the whole Elastos Foundation, which still has a community, but it's a bit dead, can be a very good buy. I actually wanted to buy this a couple of days ago, but it just kept on moving upwards every single day, and I didn't have an entry yet, so I'm still waiting to have an entry somewhere a bit lower, hopefully.
Hmm.
Um, but I want to buy this very soon. It's only at around 80, maybe now already 90 million dollar valuation, fully diluted. So it's around 400 place in market cap wise on coin market cap. So it's very, very small coin. Um,
Potential as layer two.
yes,
And
Bitcoin
it's
layer
well
two.
known. It's already listed. It's already on Coinbase as well, which is
Exactly.
already a great head start on most new projects, I would assume.
So if people get a hold of it, because now it's a bit under the radar, nobody actually knows that it's been transitioned to layer two because it's so unknown. Everybody forgot about it. No one of the new entrants know this existed. Only the 2017 guys.
Hmm.
So why not? I will research it a bit more in the next coming week. I opened the new layer two white paper. Didn't read it yet, but we'll do it next week.
Yep.
So keep an eye on this one, and we'll see if you get a good buy. Tell me, uh, because I'm not really sure where I can buy. Like you said in the pre-show, just buy now and
Yeah, buy now, forget about it, and put alarms above $20, $40. That's times 10. That's a proper return. I think this is one of those coins that is not traded enough, so volume is very low. You'll never get your perfect entry on this. I legit think this is one you just buy, allocate to for an amount you're comfortable with, and forget about it until the actual bull run really starts. Because we're in a bull run on Bitcoin, but the altcoins haven't really followed. When you wake up and the coin you bought yesterday is up 20, 30%, and then you go to bed again and you wake up again and it's up another 20%, then we're in a bull run. Doing multiple tens a day for consecutive days into 1 or 2 weeks.
it's true.
It sounds utopic because we were down only for like 2 years, but that will come. There will be a period of 1 or 2 weeks where you just smash by. It doesn't really matter what. You can throw a dart at the top 500. You can wake up and you'll be in profit, with the
That's
exception of Bitcoin,
you made me
because it's
think
all alt.
about something because what you say is so retail will come in and everything will go up no matter what you buy.
Mhm.
But the thing is, retail likes to buy two things. So one is coins with a really, really low price. So just the
Yeah, low to number. Yeah.
0.0001, they don't really look at market cap. So one, that, and two, also the coins that they can easily buy, which means coins on Robinhood and coins on Coinbase. So the last few days I've been looking at coins that are really cheap and coins that are on Robinhood and Coinbase. So basically what I came up with is, let's have a look. So Shiba Inu, for example, um, a coin that retail likes a lot. Um, Also a very, very big edge to edge. Can be a
Oof.
good buy. You never know.
Times 5 the edge to edge. Well,
I'm not sure if I put a buy here on the Tenken. I might have. So, but as you can see, it works. It's bounced right off the Tenken and moved
yep,
up
it's a
higher.
perfect example.
I have to look at my wallet if I bought or not. Or it's possible that I put it a bit lower. I don't know. Maybe I bought it. Let's have a look after the show. One as well is Chili's. That's a football coin that retail likes a lot as
Yeah.
well. Is on
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Coinbase. I don't really think I put an order for this one because I don't really like the fundamentals of this coin. For me, that's
Pretty
also
sure I have
important.
this from 2019 or whenever it launched. When they launched Manchester City and United
Yeah,
coins and stuff.
Ronaldo
I
in
got it from
Chelsea.
then. Down
Um,
only since then, by the way. It was way higher.
Dogecoin, I bought as well today.
Beautiful edge to edge times 2.
I bought, where did I buy? As well on the Tenken, I think. So up again, or I think maybe on the bottom of the cloud. Not sure. Have to check it as well. But these are two coins that retail is very interested in. And then, as I said, there's also the Robinhood coins. So Robinhood only has about 10 or 15 or 20 coins. And one of these, or a couple of these, are Comp, for example, which has a
Mm-hmm.
very, very nice edge to edge on the cloud as well.
Whoa.
And when
Keep on
this,
scrolling.
yeah, and when this, and so the
That's
thing
times
is,
6, give or take, times
when
5.
it closes into the cloud, then it's valid. Then it moves to the other edge. So, and this week it did
This one.
close into it. I didn't bought it yet, but I'm looking to buy it as well for the edge to edge. Same with Filecoin. This one I bought today. Um, Very nice edge to edge as well. I'm not sure where I bought. I think not sure where I bought, but I bought this one today as well. Which one got a nice cloud as well? So we got Uniswap. I wanted to buy this one already last week and I forgot about it. And this one will perform its edge to edge. It's pumping. It did already 33% in 2 weeks, and I think this one is going up higher, much higher.
Mhm,
I made a tweet about Uniswap versus Jupiter. So Jupiter is the Uniswap from Solana, and they were
mhm.
at some point the same fully diluted valuation. And in my eyes, Uniswap is a way better product, much more volume, much more um, value locked. So I didn't buy Uniswap, but I should have. Nice edge to
But
edge as well.
there's still edge to edge, so you still got time.
Yeah, you still got time. So this is what you have to look for right now. A lot of coins will have the same setup as Uniswap, Comp.
Mhm.
All got a nice edge to edge. This one performed already its edge to edge. Dogecoin, you got to be sure when retail is coming back, this will go back up, maybe even higher to $1. Maybe this cycle, who knows? Um, what do I have here? Maybe this is the last coin, and then we can call it a day.
Mhm,
So what I'm thinking are three narratives. So we got gaming, like I talked about. We got layer twos on Ethereum and on Bitcoin,
mhm.
and a really big one that works every cycle is gambling.
Memes.
No, gambling.
Oh, gambling. Oh, okay. Gambling, fair enough. Send a
Um,
roll bit, I assume.
yes. So on
Oof,
Rollbit, we got a
quick.
really nice megaphone here. So it
Nice.
basically touched the top, the bottom, the top, the bottom. I wanted to buy here, but actually this week it was just one sell, so I couldn't really catch it.
Whoa.
It was very
Okay.
fast. But the goal is to buy this at the bottom of the range or at the bottom of this big megaphone.
Megaphone, yeah. Yep. Okay, that makes sense.
I don't yet. So that's the thing. I'm not buying everything that I see. It's a famous Warren Buffett quote that he compares trading with baseball. That you don't in trading you don't have to hit on every ball. In baseball, three strikes and you're out. So you have to make a move. Here, trading or investing or whatever, you don't have to make a move. So
Pays to sit on your hands.
I can look at all the tens of thousands or maybe now tens of millions of coins, and I
Mhm.
can just wait. I don't have to buy
Nope.
when
Correct,
it's good.
correct.
So when it will be here, Okay, then I buy. But now, sure, if it moves up, sure, I can look at 10 million other coins. But this one I will buy here. Um, and
Makes
that's it.
sense.
Yeah, that's it for me. I don't know if you want to add
No,
anything.
seems good. The only thing I'd like to, what I'm personally gonna look bigger into or invest more into is real world assets, so RWAs. That's the only one that I'm gonna investigate in the near future.
All right, maybe we can talk about it next week. So,
Yeah,
guys,
sounds
thank
like a
you
good
for
idea.
watching. And the goal is to do this every Saturday. So make sure to tune in every Saturday. If you can, put a like, put a comment, share it with your friends. This will help us a lot. And then we see you onto the next one. Bye.